you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to see it, yes, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 2, but we're number one. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple. Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chief and crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me. K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Kahok Stadium for the home opener of the 2021 Collinsville Kahok football season. I'm Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network as we welcome you in to the Cafe Agape pregame show. Cafe Agape in Collinsville, home of the Kahok Chicken Sandwich. Cafe Agape since 2012, offering catering and some of the best home-cooked food in the area. Cafe Agape, 345 Cafe. 345-2233. And a big thanks to Cafe Agape. They fed the football team today, so I know for a fact that they got a hold of some excellent food there because Ron McGee does not disappoint when it comes to his food. Again, my name is Todd Duke. Dr. Chris McCluskey will be along here in just a moment. Big shout out to the cameraman, Glenn Woodcock, who will be streaming everything on the camera today. So let's get to it. Collinsville comes into this contest with a record of 1-0. So does Triad. Collinsville under their first-year coach, Colton Rhodes. Paul Bassler is the head coach for Triad. He is in his 25th year, and he brings with him a record of 144 and 96. Kahawks won their season opener for the first time since a 37-20 win over Althoff right here at Kahawk Stadium, and that was August of 2010. That was the year that Collinsville made the playoffs. And then Collinsville that year beat Triad the following week in Troy by a score of 29-21 to go 2-0 to start the 2010 year. And as I mentioned, that was a playoff year for us. Knights won their season opener 26-13 at home over Mattoon. That's Collinsville's Week 5 opponent. That game will be played at Eastern Illinois University. And in that game, basically, Triad was down almost the whole game. They scored in the first quarter, and then Mattoon continued to score some points until they had their 13. And it wasn't until the fourth quarter when Triad kind of exploded and scored 20 of their points in that fourth quarter. And we'll see if things transpire today here for them to get a fast start after that fourth quarter to finish up their week number 1. Or we're kind of hoping that they get off to another slow start if you are wearing the purple and the white. I know that Colton Rhodes and the guys enjoyed the win last week, and I had a chance to catch up with Collinsville's head coach, and that conversation will come your way next as the Cafe Agape pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place World Champion Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. And we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network, as it is the home opener here at Kahok Stadium as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Triad Knights after a victorious week number 1, 13-6 win over Belleville East at Belleville East. And joining us now is Collinsville head coach Colton Rhodes. Congratulations on the big win. Let me fill me in on the 24 hours that followed, because I know you only soaked it in for 24 hours because you had a game to get ready for. So tell us about those 24 hours.
Oh yeah, no, that was awesome. That night we had a great time with the team, enjoyed that win in the locker room, and then I made them get up at 8 a.m. the next morning, come in, jog a little bit, stretch, watch some film, lift some weights, and it was on to Triad right after that.
How blown up was your phone when you finally got to your phone?
Oh, it was definitely blown up. I had family, I had friends, I had former coaches that were texting me, congratulating me, so it was pretty awesome to see all that when we got on the bus.
All right, let's talk about the game a little bit. Let's start with your quarterback, Colby Anderson. Had a very good game on both sides of the ball, actually.
Yeah, no, he had a really solid game. Defensively, he did everything we asked him to do. Offensively, I think he went about 6 for 15 for about 100 or so yards. I'm hoping we can get the accuracy numbers up a little bit, find some a little bit safer throws every once in a while, but I couldn't ask for a better first game from him.
Jerry Richardson, the running back, had over 150 yards, popped off that big 87-yard touchdown that actually ended up being the game winner. I know that he was hurt at the end of, or toward the end of that game. So first of all, talk about his health, and then second of all, talk about his night on Friday night last week.
So at the end of the game, Jerry sustained a little low ankle sprain. So he iced it up, we taped it up, and put a brace on it. He's been practicing all week on it, so we should be good for tonight. And then at the game, he did a great job, and it was probably a dumb coaching move because I only gave him 13 carries, but he ended up with 150 yards on those 13, 87 coming on one, but I probably should have got him the ball a little bit more than that.
Trevion Swaggart, wide receiver, caught some big catches in that game, including that first touchdown to break the ice, that 0-0 tie. Talk about his effort.
Oh yeah, no, he does a great job, especially when he comes off the ball to block. So sometimes those go unnoticed, but he did a great job blocking as well last Friday. So I'm hoping he continue to do that, and then when he gets the ball in his hands, continue to make people not go down on that first tackle. As he can continue to do that, I'll be happy for sure.
All right, let's talk about the unsung heroes, because you know none of that stuff would have been possible without that offensive line. They did a really good job.
Oh, that's the truth. Those guys are awesome. I make sure to reward them every chance I get. Every time we have our pregame meal or our Thursday night spirit dinners, they always get to go to the table first because they deserve it. So I can't say enough about them. They work hard. Coach Ogata gets them right every week, and hopefully they can continue that success tonight.
And defensively, you had a pretty good game as well. Anytime you can hold a team like Belleville East down to just 6 points, I was really pulling for the shutout, man. I was like, come on, get these guys a shutout. Let's go.
50 seconds left from that shutout. No, defense did great. We rallied the ball and tackled. We got beat on a deep ball at the end of the game when everybody's kind of tired and cramping. I really wanted that shutout too, but holding the 6 is pretty good with those type of athletes that they had on that side of the field.
All right, let's hone in on the defense just a little bit more. Had a couple of nice turnovers there that your defense either forced or it was just a mistake by Belleville East, but you got them. The first play of the game for Belleville East from scrimmage, man, ends up being a Darren Pinnell interception.
Yeah, no, that kid's special. He's only a sophomore. He started both ways for us last week. I'm going to do the same this week, and he knows how to play the ball in the air. That's his specialty. He'll do that on either side of the ball. If that ball's thrown in his area, I'm going to pick Darren to come down with it more times than not, that's for sure.
But of course, my favorite interception of the whole night, 355-pound lineman gets a ball in his hands, and he knew what to do with it.
Oh man, Aaron, when that play happened, my jaw just dropped, and then I was jumping for excitement the whole time. He snatched it one-handed right in his belly and just took off with it. For a second there, I didn't know who was going to take him down, because that's a load to take down, that's for sure.
Sure is. I wouldn't want to get in his way. All right, so let's forget about that. That was in the past, and that was all fun and games and everything. But you have Triad here tonight. You were on the staff last year when they beat you guys 21-0 at their place to open up that shortened season. What can you take from what you learned last year and put it to use tonight?
I mean, Triad, they've been doing the same thing for so many years. I'm just hoping that we can do everything that we talked about this week. This week, we just focus. Everybody got to do your job. Make sure you stay disciplined and do exactly your assignment. If we do that, we'll be all right, because Triad, they'll make their plays, but I think we can slow them down enough to be successful tonight.
Yeah, we know they're a run-first offense, so let's look at your team tonight. What are you going to do? How do you want your guys to go out and handle things tonight to pull away 2 wins in a row for the first time since 2010?
Oh man, like I told the guys, we're gonna attack the area that they're gonna give us. So if they're gonna attack the box and load up on Jerry, we're gonna hope our wide receivers out there can make some plays for us to kind of spread them out. Once they start spreading them out, then we'll go back to Jerry and kind of keep mixing it in there and see what they can do to stop us.
Defensively, I mentioned they run. So what's the key?
Key is to make sure that our linebackers and D-line are following their keys. If they're watching the guards, then they'll be doing their job, and our DBs just got to stay disciplined. They can't just start attacking the run every single time, because once you attack the run for 20 plays in a row and they hit you with that deep ball over the head, you're going to look silly.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck. Go get them.
No problem. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Colton Rhodes, your Collinsville Kahok football head coach. We'll take a break here on the Cafe Agape pregame show. When we come back, starters will be coming your way. More numbers, information, and all that on the Kahok Sports Network. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape. Check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design. Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys' haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend. Or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville. And we welcome you back to Kahok Stadium here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're just about ready to get underway. Triad won the coin toss. They have deferred, and Collinsville will get the ball first as we are just about ready to go. And Dr. Chris McCluskey is here. How are you, sir?
Hey, great. Thanks for having me, Todd. Excited for some Kahok football action after an exciting win at Belleville East last weekend.
Jake Ellis will do the kicking off here for Triad, back deep. Trevion Swigert and Jerry Richardson, and we are underway. It's a short kick. It's going to be taken at the 25-yard line and brought down after about a 5-yard pickup there for Collinsville was Isaiah Gordon. So I guess that Jake Ellis and Paul Basler already knew not to kick it too deep to the big sprinters back there.
You stole my words. I was going to say Triad not about to kick that ball deep. Wait till they see the leg on young Andrew Chai after we score this touchdown and kick off.
Collinsville starting on defense. The defensive line consists of George Lopez, the junior 6'1", 265-pounder. Max Link, also a junior, 5'11" and 205. Dalton Hersey, 5'11" and 240. Those are your front three for Collinsville's defense. We're starting on offense, and Colby Anderson hands the ball off into the backfield, and up the middle it goes. And I don't know who that was, but that sure was a nice little.
Looks like Isaiah Norton.
Yeah, that was not Jerry Richardson.
Number 33, the sophomore. He's a powerhouse.
Your things are right there, just in case you need those.
Oh, hey, thanks.
You're welcome.
I know most of these kids because they're Cole's age, and I watched them grow up.
So now Jerry Richardson is in there. And Collinsville picked up 5 on the legs of Norton. He churned and got those 5 yards. There's a pass into the flat, but he overthrows the intended receiver, Isaiah Gordon. So Colby Anderson, the junior quarterback, 5'10", 185. Jerry Richardson, the junior running back, 5'10", 169. And a 4 wide receiver set you'll see most of the time. Trevion Swagger, the 6'1", 180-pound senior. Darren Pinnell, a 6 foot, 160-pound sophomore. We already mentioned Isaiah Gordon. He's a sophomore at 5'10" and 145. And Eric Stuber, the other wide receiver. He's a junior who stands at 6 foot, 161. No gain on the play, 3rd down and 5. Anderson back to pass, slant pattern, and Trevion Swaggart has it. Got out of the tackle just enough to get the first down.
Yeah, I think he was tackled into a first down, which was a nice turn of events.
Offensive line for Collinsville. Your left tackle is Kevin Mesa, a senior at 6'3", 355 pounds. George Lopez is the left guard, a 6'1 junior at 265 pounds. Your center is Javier Oseguera, a junior at 6 foot, 300 pounds. Dalton Hersey, 5'11 junior at 240. And Aaron Phillips, 6'3", 326-pound senior. Here's a run up the middle, and it's a Colby Anderson keep. Yeah. Colby last week through the air went 7 of 16 for 125 yards and a touchdown. His longest pass of the night was 47 yards, and on the ground, not too shabby, 18 carries for 40 yards. He did have 1 fumble, and his longest run of the night was 11 yards.
Yeah, they worked Colby last week, and, man, he was a horse. You could tell he was feeling it at the end of the game, but he just kept on going.
Richardson lines up as a wide receiver, and he's going to take the catch, and he gets it right across the line of scrimmage and gets enough for another Kahok first down. Collinsville moving the ball pretty well right now.
Man, nice snag by Jerry Richardson. That ball had a little air under. It's pretty windy out there today.
Yes, it is.
And the wind caught that ball, but Richardson, a great athlete, went up, made the snag, and that's good for another Kahok first down.
Keep on moving those chains, boys. That's the key to the game. Richardson, 15 carries last week for 150 yards. He had that 1 touchdown, 87-yarder, and that was the winning touchdown, if you will, even though Collinsville had a 7-6 lead and won 13-6.
That was a big play. It
Sure
was back and forth at the end of the game. We had a couple untimely personal fouls, and Jerry Richardson made good on it and closed the door for the Kahawks.
Richardson in motion, takes the little shovel right to the gut, comes out here on the right-hand side, spin move at the 30, and down at the 25. Another Kahawk first down.
Here we go, number 9, Jerry Richardson on the sweep. He just outran the first level of the Triad backs and earned himself another 5 yards after taking on the cornerback. Or safety, I guess.
Like the way we're moving the ball here early on, because last week we had a little trouble. Both teams did getting going. Usually happens the first game of the year. Little feeling out process, but that lasted the whole half.
Yes, it did. We'll see what the Kahawks have here as they're approaching. Well, I guess they're just inside the red zone.
They're just inside the 25. Handoff goes to Isaiah Norton, and we'll get a couple of yards out of that and bring up a 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, I like what the Kahawks are doing. They're punching the ball up the middle, making Triad's linebackers, be honest and stay home, and then they bust Jerry on the outside. Great strategy so far by first-year coach Colton Rhodes.
Yeah, and he's making sure Triad gets a different look. Nothing that happened last week featured Jerry Richardson anywhere in the receiver slot. He played running back, and he stood where he's standing right now, to the left or to the right shoulder of Colby Anderson, so a little different look that Triad's probably not used to. Now 2 receivers on the far and the near. Richardson is the lone setback. Colby Anderson's going to keep it through the left tackle. He's taking some players with him and down inside the red zone to about the 18-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and about 3 to go here for Collinsville.
I tell you, whoever that outside backer was from Triad just saved the day, because Colby would have been off to the races, and he made a good tackle.
So 3rd and short here for Collinsville. 7:45 left to play here in this opening quarter. We're just underway. Beautiful evening. A little bit on the breezy side, and I would imagine once the sun goes all the way down, it's probably going to get a chilly for spectators. Here is Richardson, and he fumbles the ball, and it looks like Triad might have it. They're acting like they do.
Yeah, first turnover of the night for the Kahawks. Triad falls on the ball. That's going to be a turnover. Triad will be coming the other way.
Yep. Well, last week, Belleville East turned the ball over on their first drive. and gave it to Collinsville. As I mentioned, nothing happened in the first half. No score by either team, but, boy, that was a lot of good drive going on there, and you hate to see it end like that.
You do, but, it's early in the game. If you're going to turn the ball over, do it now, right? We'll see what Collinsville defense brings against this Knight football team who beat Mattoon last week, I believe.
Yep, Collinsville's Week 5 opponent is Mattoon. Well, the secondary consists of offensive starters, so they stay on the field. And our first handoff by Triad, which will be one of many coming up here tonight, is good for about 6 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, you're going to see that a lot tonight. They're going to, stack the box on offense, if you will, and a lot of misdirection, a lot of off-tackle, off-guard runs out of the Knights.
Told you about George Lopez, Max Lincoln, Dalton Hersey up front as the 3 down linemen. Your linebackers, Damian Swaggart, the 5'10", 215-pound senior. Eric Stuber, the 6', 161-pound junior, plays both sides. Kristen Smith, a 5'8", 190-pound junior. And Isaiah Norton also playing both sides. Back to pass is Nick Funk. He has a man open, and that man drops the ball. Jason Randall, who caught 3 passes last week for 10 yards. Had that one hit him right where it needed to be. Just
hit him right in the hands, the worst spot you could hit him, right?
Yeah. Secondary, as I mentioned, they're all offensive players, and that includes your quarterback. Colby Anderson, Darren Pinnell, Jerry Richardson, and Isaiah Gordon are all in the secondary.
Yeah, a lot of guys playing both ways for Collinsville. I was wondering last week how they would hold up, in the second half, and I guess Coach Rhodes has done a good job with conditioning because those guys really didn't seem to miss a beat.
Nick Funk is the quarterback for Triad. He completed 3 passes of only 5 attempts last week versus Mattoon, and he's already passed once in this game. Now he's going to keep it. He's going to get driven backwards. Actually, I think that's the running back.
Yeah, a gang of Kahawks on the play. Now, they really gave him a good spot on that. It's 4th and a long 1, I guess.
Yeah, they did give him a good spot because he got driven back. That was Jackson Buck last week. 9 carries for 46 yards, had the most carries and the most yards. And it's going to bring up 4th down and 1, and it looks like Triad's going to go into punt formation.
I wouldn't be surprised if they hike it to a running back.
I would not either. Well, all the way back.
They did not.
And it's a high kick.
Oh, this could be showtime.
Jerry Richardson going to take it on a bounce at the 30-yard line. He cuts up the middle of the field, puts on a spin move, and holds on to the ball up to the 39. Pretty decent starting field position for this second drive for the Kahawks.
Yeah, great field position for the Kahawks and a nice 3-and-out to start for the Kahawk defense.
Yeah, they have all the confidence in the world in Jerry Richardson, so they had no problem sending him back out there for a punt return. I believe that was Hazelwood that was the punter in that situation for Triad. So, nice job by the defense. 3-and-out for Triad after Collinsville gives up the ball. And now the Kahawks will see if they can continue the nice offensive drive they started this game with. And this time finish it off. 2 wide receivers on the far side, 2 over here on the near side. Travion Swaggart closest to us. Richardson stands over the left shoulder of Colby Anderson, and Richardson gets the ball, holds on to it tight like it's a loaf of bread that he just paid $12 for.
Tell you what, our offensive line's playing much better tonight. Those guys are big. They carry a lot of weight. They had a little trouble with their blocks last weekend, but they are really playing well tonight.
5:40 left to play here in this opening quarter. No score between Collinsville and Triad. Collinsville looking to win their first 2 games of the year for the first time since 2010. That was the last time that we made the playoffs. Same formation. 2 up top, 2 at the bottom. 1 lone setback, and Richardson gets the fake handoff. Anderson keeps it. He takes it up the middle, and he gets close to a first down. Looks like he's going to be about a half a yard short.
Yeah, nice run by Anderson, and our wideouts were blocking guys 15 yards down the field. And if they keep doing that, we're going to pop a ball here, and you're going to see either Anderson or Richardson bust loose here real shortly.
Kahawks come out with virtually the same set. Isaiah Gordon and Eric Stuber on the far side of the field. Here's the snap. Richardson gets the handoff, goes up the middle, and he's going to be short.
Yeah, blitz up the middle. Nice play call by the Triad defense. Coach Rhodes has a decision to make here on 4th and inches.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be just inches. So it is 4th down, and it looks like Collinsville is going to go for it.
I'm on O-line.
I smell a Anderson keeper here.
It's probably a pretty safe bet.
15 seconds left on the play clock, so we're good there in case you were wondering.
We'll see what Cairo Plus powered athlete defensive tackle Jalen Nelson for Troy has to offer Collinsville here.
Anderson trying to bark and keep him off balance, and they pick up the
Here he
first down,
goes!
and a little bit more into Triad territory, all the way down to the Knights' 30-yard line.
Yes, there goes Mr. Richardson. And tell you what, if he gets into that second level, he is hard to handle. However, number 43, Donnie Becker, another Cairo Plus powered athlete, makes the tackle on that play.
This time Collinsville is going to go with trips to the left-hand side. And joining Gordon and Stuber is Pinnell. And another handoff to Richardson. He jukes a little bit after he starts off going to the right guard and juked back to the left and picked up some positive yardage. Looks like he picked up about 3 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, Collinsville taking stock in their ground game here. They put the ball in the air quite a bit more last week against East, so I like the different look out of Coach Colton Rhodes. And we are going to work out Triad's defensive line here.
Gordon and Stuber line up on the left side. Pinnell and Swaggart over here on the right side.
Look for Swaggart on the sideline. Here we go.
And a nice little move there by Anderson, because if he would have threw it then, he would have gotten that ball smacked back down into his face. So a modest pickup of about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 on the play, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, busted play. Anderson did the right thing by just tucking that ball and keeping it safe. The last thing you want to do is turn it over again here deep in enemy territory.
Already did that earlier inside the red zone. 2.5 minutes to play here in this first quarter. No score. Collinsville on the move once again.
I had a hunch we were looking for Swaggart on the fly pattern, and unfortunately the O-line just couldn't hold up.
Anderson and Richardson in the backfield, and the handoff goes to Richardson up the middle. He takes a couple of players with him and gets to the 20-yard line. He needed to get to the 21, so another 1st down here for Collinsville.
Collinsville's doing a great job of checking off 1st downs here tonight, relying on their workhorses.
Last week against Belleville East, Collinsville had a total of 57 plays, gained 320 yards in that game, and picked up 11 1st downs along the way.
Man, when's the last time we had 320 yards of offense, huh?
Been a while. I don't have access to that kind of information, so I can't do that deep dive on the homework. Trips left again here for Collinsville. 1st down and 10. Anderson in shotgun, takes the snap, goes back, looks for Swaggart in the corner of the end zone and overthrows him.
Yep, just threw that ball out of bounds. Swaggart had good position on the safety from Triad. Anderson just floated that ball out of bounds.
That stops the clock with 90 seconds left to play here in this first quarter.
If they're going to leave Swaggart in single coverage, I may go right back to that, but it looks like the safety's sneaking over here now to give a little help.
Well, you know, and that might spring open Pinnell in the slot. Here's a handoff to Richardson, and left side, he's got room, spin, down at the 7-8 yard line, and Collinsville will have a 1st and goal inside the 10.
Man, Jerry Richardson could have drove a Mack truck through that hole. Kudos to the left side of Collinsville's offensive line.
Yeah, line is very much into this game early on, aren't they?
Man, they are really winning the battle in the trenches here against Triad Knights.
Back to 2 wide receivers split on either side of the formation. Again, Richardson the lone setback. Here's the snap. And Richardson gets the handoff, goes right for the right tackle side and gets up to about the 5 before he's knocked backwards. So a gain of a couple. And it'll bring up 2nd down and goal from the 5 as we approach 45 seconds left to play here in this first quarter.
Yeah, that's the sophomore Donnie Becker filling that gap and making a big tackle. He's walking a little slow after that hit, but he did a great job of filling that hole and stopping Jerry Richardson.
2nd down and goal for Collinsville at the 5. Anderson in shotgun, takes the snap, looks for Swaggart, throws for Swaggart, and it goes right between his hands, and then Swaggart and his defender, Roger Wolf, kind of got tangled up there for a moment.
Yeah, you know, that play was so quick. I think probably by rule that was pass interference, but the ball goes through Swaggert's hand, and it's just going to be an incomplete pass.
Well, you're allowed contact up to 5 yards. Well, they're on the 5-yard line, so
I guess you're right.
Yeah, that's kind of close. It was on the goal line or pretty close to it. Another incomplete pass stops the clock with 23.3 left. Now Richardson over on the right-hand side of Anderson. Puts on a spin move at the line of scrimmage and doesn't get very far. And that will probably be the last play of the first quarter.
So Collinsville has junior Andrew Chai, who has a big leg. Normally the field goal is not a big part of high school football, but that could be a big difference in tonight's contest.
It'll be 4th and 5 after we come back into the first quarter. No score between Collinsville and Triad. Back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Do we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Back at Kahok Stadium at the end of one quarter of play. No score between Collinsville and Triad. We switch into the field. Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, and Glenn Woodcock on the camera with you tonight here from Kahok Stadium. It's the home opener, and it looks like Collinsville's going for it on 4th and 5.
Hey, enjoy that video quality. Glenn's got the fancy camera. I'm surprised Collinsville's not kicking a field goal here.
Me too. There's the snap. Back to passes Anderson. In trouble. Gets out of trouble and then runs into his own player, and Anderson's going to go down. Triad's going to get the ball back.
As much as I support the new coach, Colton Rhodes, I think that was a serious mistake in play calling.
Yeah. Andrew Chai has a leg. We know
he's
that.
He's got the leg. And
that would have been
3
about
points.
Yeah,
3 points.
Would have been about a 20-yard field goal.
Yeah.
And, that's what they brought him onto the field for. That's why he's on the team.
Yeah, and, with where we are, you've got to give a kid a chance or else he may not choose to be on the team. At this point, that's where we're at.
So Triad comes back out for their second go on offense. And the Collinsville defense held him to a 3-and-out in their first possession. This possession starts at the Collinsville 13-yard line, and the handoff is going to be a keeper by the quarterback, and Mr. Nick Funk got himself a first down, and it's the first down for Triad.
Boy, they fooled me. I thought the ball went up the middle, and Isaiah Norton made the tackle.
Nick Funk, 14 carries for 2 total yards last week, although he had a touchdown run of 9 yards and 1 yard. So the other times he touched the ball, he got tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and he ended up with a net gain of 2 yards on 14 carries. 2 wide receivers, 1 near, 1 far. Under center is Funk. Man goes into motion, and the handoff is going to go up the middle, and Collinsville is going to smother it right where it happens.
Sure did. Defensive line just stopped Triad in their tracks. Nothing happening on that first down play for Triad.
That was Ryan Hazelwood, who carried the ball only 5 times last week for 41 yards, so he averaged 8.2 yards a carry. But only 1 yard on that one, brings up a 2nd down and 9 here for Triad. Wide receiver Giuliano Signiala is on the near side. Funk under center once again. And again, it's a little reverse handoff there, and somebody got their hand out. I believe that might have been Colby Anderson that thwarted that play from being a big gain.
Colby Anderson saved the day there. Collinsville going with 3 down linemen, so we've got quite a few linebackers. I like that look out of Collinsville, and Colby makes a huge play on that 2nd down carry for Triad.
Going to bring up a 3rd down and about 6, ball on the 31-yard line. So Collinsville, if they can stand one more and force Triad into another punt. Sigliana again lines up over here on the near side. Jackson Buck in the single I formation, and Funk back to pass, looks, throws, and no flag, incidental contact.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it myself.
A little contact. Pinnell, though, was looking for the ball, and I think the contact was behind him, so it was incidental. Nice play by Pinnell. Triad going to be forced to punt. We hope.
Well, yeah. That would, they did it last time when they just needed a yard to get a 1st down. Now they need 6, so I would assume they would be.
You would think so.
Punter, Roger Wolf. Standing around his own 40-yard line, Jerry Richardson. Here's a snap, it's high. There's a flag on the play as well. And Wolf gets that thing off. And it takes a bounce right at midfield. Collinsville is going to back away, and they'll be happy to start right at midfield, but we'll have to check on the flag.
Probably a false start. Unless we were lined up off sides.
Kahok's ball, 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line.
We'll have to wait and see on the flag, and we'll figure it out from there. Linesman and the referee talking about it. Now we'll get the signal. False start against Triad, and Collinsville I'm guessing they're going to decline it, but the referee never gave us the decline sign. He was speaking like he had a speaker around or a microphone around like we could all hear him. I'm sure he's yelling over here at the sideline so Collinsville can hear him. So, Kahok start their 3rd drive.
Third time's the charm, right?
Yes, actually they're going to go ahead and tack on the penalty yards now. And because that should have been in Collinsville territory, now it's going to be at the Triad 49. So they marched off 5 yards at the end of the play. 3rd time's the charm, as Dr. Chris McCluskey mentioned. Here is Richardson. Tries the left side. No room there. Cuts it out farther to the left and turns nothing into something. Picked up a yard.
Ran 20 yards to gain 1, right?
Yeah. Spent most of his time running toward the press box. 9:20 left to play here in this 2nd quarter. No score between Collinsville and Triad. Both teams looking to go 2-0. Somebody is going to go 2-0, and somebody is going to go home 1-1.
Yeah, that was a nice defensive play by number 22, Sam Wheeler, out of Triad, holding contain and holding Jerry Richardson to 1 yard.
2nd down and 9 for Collinsville. And Anderson back to pass down the middle, and he's got Pinnell wide open. And Pinnell tries to get out of a tackle and almost got out of one, and he would have been off to the races if he would have gotten out of that first tackle.
Yeah, Darren Pinnell goes up in the air over the middle. That's a gutsy play for a receiver, knowing that he's got linebackers waiting on him.
So Pinnell picks up a big 1st down for Collinsville. 8:35 to play here in this first half.
Yeah, Pinnell with great hands, had a couple frustrating drops last week, so I'm glad to see him reel one in here tonight.
Had that interception on the very first offensive series for Belleville East. And here we are with another set of downs. Richardson tries on the left side and picks up about 2 or 3 on the play.
Yeah, helmet came off. I thought that was big Jalen Nelson's helmet that came off.
I'm going to shut this door to cut down on the wind over the microphones.
Yes, it is breezy out there tonight. Great night for high school football.
Sure is. Very comfortable. Second down and about 7 to go. 8. We'll call it.
Yeah, game's going at a pretty quick pace here. Not a lot of penalties, a lot of action.
2 wide receivers on either side. Richardson on the right-hand shoulder of Anderson. He gets the handoff, does Richardson. And he goes over to the left side. Has some blockers in front of him. And he gets all the way to about the 30. And we need to get to about 3 or 4 more yards more to get that first down.
Well, he's going to get a good spot.
Yeah, okay. We'll take that. That's a 3rd down and 2 then instead of a 3rd down and 4.
Right.
Ball on the Triad 28-yard line.
7:39 to play here in this opening half. Collinsville has turned the ball over once. Turned it over on downs once. And here they are on their 3rd drive. And the hand, oh, Richardson met in the backfield right away. And that was a big-time play there by Sam Wheeler, the senior defensive end for Triad.
Yeah, he came on an outside blitz, and Collinsville failed to communicate and pick him up. He was untouched.
Now it's going to be a 4th down and about 5.
Brings up 4th and 6.
Of course, you know, Colby Anderson's the punter also, so you can't tell when Collinsville's going to call a punt until they actually line up in the punt formation. But I would assume they're going to go for it.
Yeah, I think you'll see Anderson or Richardson, or heck, you might see Pinnell over the middle again.
3 wide receivers on the far side, 1 over here on the near side. Here's a snap. Anderson will roll out to his right. He looks and he throws it away.
Oh, he had a receiver wide open and threw it in the dirt.
Yep, had a receiver open. I don't know if it slipped out of his hands or what happened, but Collinsville, another nice job moving the ball and nothing to show for it.
Yeah, a lot of offensive yards here out of Collinsville, and they just seem to stall there at the end of their drives. Let's see if we can come up with another big defensive stand and get the ball back with plenty of time here in the first half.
6:50 left to play in the first half. Triad, they're going to have their 3rd try on offense. Collinsville stopped them with a 3-and-out on their first series. Triad picked up a 1st down on their last series, but that was it. We have a slot receiver over here this time, and the handoff is going to go up the middle, and it's going to be taken by Jackson Buck, and Buck will pick up about 4 on the play.
A good second effort by Buck. We had him stopped at about 2 yards, and he just kept on pumping.
Nice crowd that is gathered here on both sides. Triad, they came in full force.
Yeah, great football crowd. You know, at Belleville East, I was surprised. Great crowd on both sides. And it's nice to see the community coming out and supporting these young athletes.
Student body cheering section is packed. So's Triad. They're obviously doing the construction worker theme over there across the field. 2 wide receivers on the far side this time with a little slot receiver. And Funk is back to pass, and oh, what a shoestring catch. That was a nice catch there by Giuliano Sigliana.
Yeah, that was a nice catch. That ball was thrown low, and he just went down low and snagged it right up. Not able to get to Collinsville's second level, so he goes down right at the 49.
Triad into Collinsville territory for the first time, and their second first down here in this game. Buck the lone setback again. Funk under center. There's the snap, and the handoff goes to Buck, and Buck gets across the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Pickup of 1 on the play, maybe 2.
Yeah, Collinsville still going with the 5 linebacker to look 3 down linemen, and the defensive linemen are holding up pretty strong here tonight.
5:20 left to play here in this first half. No score between Collinsville and Triad. Funk wears number 3. Triad here in their white uniforms, black helmets, red numbers. Collinsville has the purple and white going on. Purple jerseys, white trousers.
Number 11, Jason Randall, the junior running back in for Triad.
Buck again, the lone setback. 2 wide receivers on the far side, plus the tight end. And it's a fake handoff, and Funk's going to keep it. And he's got all kinds of room. Open field tackle by Colby Anderson. Might have saved the touchdown.
Yeah, he fooled everybody. Sucked our linebackers in. They were thinking he was handing the ball up the middle. And a nice play action, and he just kept it and got a first down for Triad.
Yeah, they Only got about 5 or 6 different guys they can hand the ball off to, plus the quarterback can keep it. So that's a lot to pay attention to back there.
Sure is, with the linebackers trying to get a step ahead, and they just simply got fooled there on that play.
4:20 left to play here in the second quarter. Fresh set of downs for Triad. Funk takes the snap, and he's going to keep it. He rolls out to his right. Now he cuts it up the middle and hurdles Anderson before he is finally brought down by Damian Swagger.
Yeah, same play to the other side, and again fooled Collinsville's linebackers. Defensive coach out on the field.
Eric Stuber brought him down, excuse me.
Giving the Collinsville linebackers a mouthful.
A timeout on the field, so we'll step aside for just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook. Kahawks used a timeout, and they now have 2 for the rest of this half. 4:06 left to play in the second half, or in the second quarter, first half.
Sophomore number 60, Thomas Kohler, into the game for Kahawk defense.
Funk under center once again. And he's going to go back to pass is Funk. He rolls out to his left, and he's going to step up, and he just gets across the line of scrimmage, and then with the second effort, he got closer to the first down. It's going to bring up a third down and about 1.
Nice open field tackle by Jerry Richardson.
So 3rd and 1 here for Triad. 3:40 left to play here in this very fast-moving first half.
Boy, it sure is.
Last week, the first half was over by 8 o'clock. I thought that was fast. This one's going to be a little over a half hour if it goes. These next 3.5 minutes go by quick. There's a keeper up the middle, and that's going to be good enough for a first down to the 20-yard line.
Bump with the keeper picks up the first down on the play.
Clock continues to run. 3:20 left to play. First down and 10 for Triad on the Kahawk 20-yard line. Now we need the defense to really stiffen up here.
Boy, we sure do. How about a turnover?
Yeah. Had one of those last week down here deep.
Here come the Kahawk dance camp attendees. Going to put on a show at halftime. My daughter Camden's out there somewhere.
Awesome.
There she is.
And another keeper by Funk, and he gets across the 15-yard line to about the 14 before he's brought down.
Yeah, Triad Knights having their way with Collinsville's defensive line at this point, who had been playing really good football. So we'll see if we can't come up with a big tackle in the backfield or a turnover or something to change the momentum.
Clock continues to move, 2.5 to play. No score between Triad and Collinsville. Collinsville has moved the ball very well when they've been on offense, just can't finish up the drives. Triad, this is as deep as they've been here in this first half, and there's an offside. That'll back them up 5 yards.
This should be false start on Triad. They went with a hard count, and I think number 35, possibly Brody Rude, jumped for Triad. That's actually a big play for Collinsville.
Yeah, that helps a little bit. Backs them up 5 yards. Instead of a 2nd and 4, it's a 2nd and 9.
Here come the marching Kahawks. Ready for their halftime performance. Under new direction this year.
2 wideouts over here on the near side. Buck is the lone setback once again. Funk, he's going to go back to pass. He's going to look down the middle, and that is knocked out of there on a nice play by Darren Pinnell.
And Darren Pinnell makes a nice defensive play. Right over the middle, getting a hand up to bat that ball down. And so now, because of that penalty, they're 3rd and 9 instead of 3rd and 4. This is huge.
Stops the clock with 2:08 left to play here in the second quarter.
We'll look for some misdirection out of Triad. Guessing they'll fake a handoff up the middle and try to hit the outside. Hopefully our outside backers can stay home here.
Caden Cruz checks into the game for the first time. He's a split end all the way over there on the far side. It's going to be Funk who's going to fake keeping it, and then he throws it. That's behind the line of scrimmage. Pick up the ball. Nope. They're going to call it an incomplete pass. Man, all the coaches up here were saying, pick up the ball, pick up the ball.
I thought so, too. I thought so, too. That's
That
kind
was
of an errant pass by the quarterback from Triad.
Intended
Looks
for
like
Jason Randall, and Randall had to go through his hands.
They're bringing new personnel on the field.
We're going to go for a field goal here. We're going to try a field goal. Jake Ellis, the senior kicker, 5'10", 185 pounds.
Very
and
good soccer player.
Going to be from about 36 yards away.
Boy, wouldn't this be ironic?
Got the wind at his back, too. That's probably why. There's the snap. Ball on the way. And it is no good. So Collinsville dodges another bullet. 1:57 left to play here in this second quarter, and Collinsville will take over, although deep in their own territory with, as I mentioned, 1:57 to play, and the Kahawks do have 2 timeouts.
Well, we'll give it another go. Collinsville's offensive line got a nice rest at least, so they should be fresh.
Yeah, there's only, I think, 3 players on the offensive line, or excuse me, 2 players on the offensive line that play defense. So most of them will be fresh.
Yes, sir.
Collinsville sends the 4 wide receiver split and
stop in action.
Stop the action for something. Well, they had to move up. Yeah, they had to move up the chain gang by 1 yard. Ball's on the 20. Chain gang had it on the 19. Now we're ready to go. Empty backfield. 3 wide receivers on the far, 2 on the near. Now Richardson comes into motion. He'll take the little pitch. He'll try around the right-hand side. He's got some room, does a hurdle, and gets a first down.
Nice run by Jerry Richardson. Colby Anderson flips the ball in the air. A little gutsy move there. Richardson comes down with it, and they might measure.
Looks like he's going to be about a yard short.
Short,
yep.
Okay.
So a gain of 9 on the play instead of 10.
Clock is stopped for some reason.
Referee's coming over to talk to the 151. They want the game clock reset. Right now it says 144. $151. There we go. So 2nd down and 1.
Look for Collinsville to take a shot here.
This time Richardson comes back in as the lone running back. And Anderson's going to go back to pass. Looks down the middle, throws down the middle, has Swaggart
nice
open.
Catch.
And Swaggart had to reach out and hold on to that ball. No chance for him to get up and run afterwards, but they call that incomplete.
Oh, he must have dropped it.
I guess they did. I couldn't.
Yeah,
couldn't tell because he was falling away from us.
Yeah, ball was behind him. He had to stop in his tracks.
Yeah.
Fall backwards.
Could not tell from up here because he fell the other direction. And that will bring up a 3rd down and 1. 1:45 left to play as the clock stops on the incomplete pass. So now you probably change your thinking to we need a yard to pick up a first down.
Certainly.
There's the snap. Handoff goes to Richardson. He spins out of a tackle, has room.
Here he goes.
First down and more up to the 45-yard line. And Collinsville will move the chains.
Man, Richardson's so quick. Looked like he was stopped at the first level. And he ends up 15 yards down the field. Collinsville going into a hurry-up offense.
Yeah, don't want to burn one of those timeouts right yet. Down to 95 seconds to play. And now Anderson under center, and he'll just move the ball forward. And not really sure what happened there. He kind of got up shrugging his shoulders, too.
A little strange. Nobody even moved on Collinsville's line.
No.
He just hiked that ball and took off.
1:15. The clock continues to run. 2nd down and 8 for Collinsville from their own 47-yard line.
Look for Swaggart on the short side of the field up the sidelines.
There's a snap, low snap, and the handoff goes right to Richardson from the low snap, and he gets buried. Collinsville is going to have to call a timeout, which they will. and which they did. So the Kahawks are down to one timeout. 59.9 seconds to play in this first half. No score between Collinsville and Triad, and we'll be back in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. Back at Kahawk Stadium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, Glenn Woodcock along with you. As we are down to the final minute left to play here in this first half. And there's no score.
Probably the most action I've seen in a high school football game with no score on the board.
I know, huh?
Interesting.
Anderson in shotgun once again. Richardson the lone setback. 3 wide receivers here on the left side. We try the left side. Short pass to Purnell. He's got some blockers. He cuts, turns the corner, and runs out of bounds to stop the clock.
Man, what a nice play by Purnell. He's going up the field. He turns. He knows right where to get out of bounds. See what kind of spot they give us.
It looks
Should
like
be a first down.
Should be. It is.
Man, great play by the sophomore, number 5, Darren Purnell. That was a big league play.
Had the wherewithal to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Sure did. And he knew right where he needed to get for that first down.
So the clock stops with 52.5 left. Collinsville has the ball on Triad's 45-yard line. Purnell and Swaggart go out on the far side of the field. And Richardson the lone setback. And Anderson back to pass. Throws it to Swaggart. Swaggart gets rid of one tackler. Spins away from another. And then gets hammered, but not before he picks up what may be another Kahawk first down.
Depends on the spot. Looks like they're going to spot him a little short.
Yep.
I don't know. Actually, we might measure.
Well, they're not going to have enough time to measure here if they don't get going. 30 seconds left. Collinsville has one timeout left. And Anderson in shotgun. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Richardson. Richardson gets through the middle, and it's probably enough for the first down, and now Collinsville is going to use their last timeout.
Richardson the ball carrier.
They're going to spike the ball, I think.
Well, they had to move the chains. So they are going to spike the ball, and that's exactly what they do. They'll save the
play.
timeout.
Smart
17.4 seconds left, so they only used 3 seconds after the chain gang moved the clock. And we'll see how the Kahawks want to play this one.
Well, now you just put the ball in the corner of the end zone and let Swagger go get it, right?
I think so. We'll see how they want to play it, and if they don't get the whole complete enchilada, you're going to have to march Chris Chai out, or Andrew Chai out there to kick. Jeremiah Mosby lines up as a wideout over here on the near side. Swaggart and Purnell over on the far side again. And a whistle on the play, and they have a flag. Did the play clock already get down to 0? Sure did. Delay a game. Wow. That was a fast 40 seconds.
Sure was.
Or 25 seconds, excuse me. Well, yeah, we can. It's just called a delay a game. You can do it. It's just not advisable.
Right.
3rd down and 15 now for Collinsville. Now you're going to have to think about going deep. And again, same wide receiver set up here. Isaiah Gordon in the slot over here on the near side. We're going to try the far side. And down the sidelines we go.
Oh, baby!
What a catch! And all the way down to the 5-yard line, Jeremiah Mosby.
Everybody thinks Collinsville's going to Swaggart. We go back to the other side of the field. Mosby makes a jumping catch, turning around. Good for a Collinsville first down. And we take our final timeout that we saved by spiking that ball.
They set the ball down at about the 8-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal for Collinsville. 13.4 seconds left to play. And
time for a couple of plays.
Yeah.
What a nice throw by Colby Anderson. He gets air under the ball. He gives his receiver a chance. And Jeremiah Mosby with the catch of the game so far for the Kahok football squad.
Guessing Collinsville called that timeout, right?
You would assume.
Okay, there it is. So the Kahawks are out of timeouts. 13.4 seconds left. Ball resting on the Triad 7-yard line.
Now, how about if we get stopped on this first play, do we run Chai out to get 3 points going into the half?
It all depends on this first play. Same characters, same spots. Richardson over Anderson's left-hand shoulder. Anderson in the shotgun,
Blitz
takes a
coming.
snap, goes back to pass, throws it in the back of the end zone, and Pinnell can't get there. And we have 9.3 seconds left to play here in this first half.
Yeah, just a little too much air under that ball. Pinnell was open.
We're going to try one more play before we have to think about a field goal.
Yeah, I like the quick play call over the middle. Triad blitzed their linebackers out of that play, so you make that pass, and that's good for a touchdown. But we'll see what the chess match shows us here on this 2nd and goal play.
Isaiah Gordon and Jeremiah Mosby on the near side. Here's the snap, and he's going to look for Mosby, and that one goes into the ground a little bit too low. And Anderson's like, I want to keep on going. 5.6 seconds. Yeah, Coach, I got this. We can do one more play.
Now,
Coach says, nope, we're going to kick a field goal.
Learned our lesson the first time.
Yep. Anderson pled his case. Judge said, overruled.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you throw a ball in the dirt. You want another shot, right? He had the receiver open.
5.6 seconds to go. And this is going to be a 26-yard field goal try. Triad has already missed a field goal attempt. Chai trying to give Collinsville a
They're going to
lead.
him.
Of course they are. Triad calls a timeout. Well, we'll step aside for a moment as well. We got some bills to pay, so we'll do that next on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, Glenn Woodcock, all back with you from Kahok Stadium as Andrew Chai is on the field, ready to try what is going to be, well, that was a bad setup I guess they had last time, so a 24-yard field goal attempt. Here's a snap. Ball is down. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good.
There we go, baby.
1.6 seconds left, so we will have a kickoff. And in between now and then, we'll put the 3 points on the board, and we'll come back and tell you all about the final 1.6 seconds here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Back here at Kahok Stadium, 24-yard field goal. by Andrew Chai gives Collinsville a 3-0 lead. .6 seconds left in the half. Chai back to kick. 3 players deep here for Triad. See how they want to play this with 1.6 left. We're going to keep it low and on the ground. It's going to take a few bounces. It's going to bounce to one of the up men. That's Roger Wolf. And Wolf, he has himself some room. Travion Swaggart, the only one back there that's going to be able to take him out, and he does. Right when time runs out. Boy, oh boy, that could have been really an ugly way to end the first half if you're a Collinsville Kahok fan. But Travion Swaggart saves it, and we go to halftime with Collinsville leading this by a score of 3-0. We'll take a little bit of a break here. We'll come back and let you hear the Collinsville Kahok marching band as they are going to take the field to do their thing here in just a moment. And we'll let you see and hear all about it in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. Each ingredient chosen carefully, every blend crafted masterfully. Nurturing your passion, nourishing your purpose. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. And once again, we welcome you back to halftime here at Kahok Stadium. Collinsville leads 3-0 over Triad. We'll let you listen to the Collinsville Kahok High School Marching Band. First of all, we'll let you know what's going on with some boys soccer. JV and varsity played against Webster Groves today, and we had 2 ties. The JV team tied 0-0, and the varsity team tied 2-2. So the varsity team, that's their second tie of the year, to go along with 2 wins, 2 ties, and 3 losses. And we'll have our next contest for you. That'll be some soccer from O'Fallon on Tuesday after the Memorial holiday weekend. So without further ado, folks, at some point they'll start to play with the Collinsville High School Marching Band.
Performing their program, Luke, please welcome to the field your 2021 Marching Kahawks. From Majors, Mason Gillen and Destiny Thomas, you will take the field in performance. for the marching Kahok.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more. To collectible items, anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117. Back here at Kahawk Stadium, halftime, 3-0 in favor of Collinsville as we get you ready for the second half of this one between Collinsville and Triad. And the numbers that we have for you right off the bat, the first half numbers look like this for Triad. Jackson Buck has carried the ball 5 times for 18 yards. Colin Quayle has carried the ball once for 4 yards. And the quarterback, Nick Funk, has carried the ball 6 times for 46 yards. Through the air, Nick Funk, 1 pass. He completed out of 5 tries for 13 yards, and that 1 pass was to Giuliano Sigliana. And again, that was for 13 yards, and Triad penalized 1 time for 5 yards. For Collinsville, Jerry Richardson has carried the ball 18 times, already over 100 yards, 101 in the first half. He did have 1 fumble in that first half. Colby Anderson has carried the ball 6 times for 10 yards. And Isaiah Norton got the first 2 carries of the game, and that netted him a total of 6 yards. Through the air, Colby Anderson is 6 of 12 for 79 yards. Trey Swaggart has caught 2 of those for 16. Jerry Richardson's caught 1 for 7 yards. Darren Pinnell's caught a couple for 24. And Jeremiah Mosby, 1 catch for 32 yards. And just like Triad, Collinsville has been penalized 1 time for 5 yards. So Dr. Chris McCluskey joining us again. Pretty clean played first half as far as the flags go. And boy, it zoomed by. We got that first half done in under an hour
Yeah, you stole my words. I was going to use those exact words. Clean first half. Lots of good football. Great movement by the Kahawks. Hard to imagine when they have 3 points on the board. So you got to like where the Kahawks sit going there into the second half.
Yeah, you sure do. And, it's a real shame that all that ball movement. Told you Jerry Richardson's over 100 yards, and Colby Anderson's got some yardage through the air, and we have 1 field goal to show for it.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a funny game, but a lot of excitement here. I went down to the concession stand, and all the Kahawk fans are pumped up and ready for this second half action.
This place is primed and ready to pop. That's for sure. Oh, yeah, see, there's the daughter coming in grabbing the money, right?
That's right. That's one of my primary roles here.
Yeah, I got that too. Mine's 17 now, so things are a little more expensive.
More expensive, right?
Yeah, but she's got her own job now, so I'm like, you got money, you go pay for it.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah. All right. Triad won the toss at the beginning of the game and deferred. So Triad will get the ball first as we open up play here in the second half.
Andrew Chai's got the wind in his face, but he's got the big leg. Let's see what happens.
He boots it high. He's going to make it to the back row at about the 12-yard line. And picked up there, brought forward, and on the move is Colin Quayles, and Quayles will get up to about the 36-yard line before he is finally brought down.
Yeah, Colin Qualls, a sophomore, number 40, has a lot of speed. His older brother plays over at McKendree at the collegiate level. So nice run back by Colin Qualls.
So we'll see Nick Funk and company back out for the first series of this second half.
Pretty favorable spot for the Kahawks here. I thought Qualls made it past the 36, but that's where Triad will start second half action.
Nick Funk will come out and go under center. Lone setback is Buck. 2 wide receivers on the near side, including a slot receiver. And the snap, and it's a keeper by, Nick Funk, and Colby Anderson takes him down with a nice little chop block, if you will.
That was the play that Triad scored yardage 2 in a row when we called a timeout, and the linebacking core got an earful, and Colby Anderson made sure he didn't want to hear from his defensive coordinator on that one.
Yeah, coming in and from the secondary and making that tackle.
Yeah, the senior Anderson does have a lot of speed on his side.
Going to call it a gain of 2, so second down and 8 here for Triad from the Collinsville 38-yard line, from their own 38-yard line, There's a handoff to Buck. He immediately gets wrapped up from behind. And a nice beginning effort there by Isaiah Norton. Then he had to get some help to actually get Buck down.
Yeah, Buck came with a load of steam, kept his legs pumping, and nice second effort. Probably got an extra 2 yards on that play. Big third down for the Kahawk defense here to start the second half.
Third down and 4, ball on the Triad 42-yard line. Collinsville could get a stop here. They'll get the ball back early in the second half.
Look for the trickery misdirection. Hopefully our linebacking core can stay home and make a big stop.
Slot receiver on the left side, Funk under center. Takes the snap, and he's going to keep it and try that left side, and he's not going to get enough for a first down. He'll get it up to about the 45. That's going to leave him about 1.5 yards short. Actually, they're going to set him down at the 44, so it's going to be about 2.5 yards. So here comes the punting unit for Triad. Nice job on the first defensive effort by Collinsville here to start the second half.
Yeah, linebackers stayed home. I mean, that's a big defensive stand. 2 misdirection plays, and Triad's really good at the trickery and the misdirection plays, and Collinsville stood strong.
Roger Wolf back to punt. Jerry Richardson stands near his own 30-yard line, ready to take this punt. Wolf's kick is high and deep, all the way back to the 20-yard line and over Richardson's head. That's going to roll into the end zone.
Yes, sir. Man, what a nice punt.
Man, you ain't kidding. And he had the wind at his back, though. There's a nice stiff breeze blowing around here, that's for sure.
There sure is. It was a nice high spiral. Wind helped him. His punt was too good.
9:40 left to play here in this third quarter. And Colby Anderson and his Collinsville Kahawks will have their first go on offense. If they can move the ball around like they did in the first half, we should get a little bit more than a 3-0 score on that board.
We'll see what kind of adjustments the Triad defense has made. And
All about adjustments.
That's right.
Swaggart and Pinnell over on the far side. Mosby and Gordon here on the near. Back to pass, and it's over everybody's head, and it's a good thing it was over the secondary's head, too, because there was no way that Pinnell was coming down with that.
Yeah, Colby Anderson having trouble locating his passes here tonight, and he floats that ball over Pinnell's head. That's going to be good for a 2nd and 10 for Collinsville on their own 20.
9:36 left to play here in this third quarter. Soccer was in action today in Webster Groves, and we came out with a couple of kiss your sister scenarios. 0-0 tie for the JV team and a 2-2 tie for the varsity team.
Oh, boy.
Wide receivers, 2 on either side of the formation. Richardson the lone setback. Here's the snap. Richardson gets the carry up the middle, and he gets met immediately, but he still keeps those legs moving and picked up about 4 on the play.
Yeah, tried to run off the center and the guard. Triad's linebacking core comes up, but Mr. Richardson is a tough cookie to handle when he's got the football in his hands.
Gain of 4 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 for Collinsville, so a big 3rd down for Triad's defense as well. Same cast of characters, same formation. 2 up top, 2 down low. Richardson now on the right-hand side of Anderson, and he's going to lose the ball.
Oh, boy. That
I think that he was going to fake the handoff to Richardson and pull the ball back and run it himself, but in the process, Anderson dropped the ball. So a turnover by Collinsville will put Triad just outside the red zone at the Kahok 21-yard line.
Yeah, Triad winning the turnover game here, and in a tight matchup, sometimes that can be a telling tale. So we'll see what the Kahok defense can do here.
Triad turned the ball over 3 times last week to Mattoon, all 3 on fumbles. Collinsville only fumbled the ball away once. They've done that twice here today. So Funk back out there under center. Buck is his lone setback. Fresh set of downs for Triad, and the handoff goes to Buck right up the middle. Collinsville smothers it, gain of about 1.
Yeah, nothing doing up the middle. Collinsville's defensive line makes a big stand. Linebackers fill. And that'll bring up a long 2nd down for the Knights.
Clock is still moving, 8:40 to go, third quarter action. 3-0 in favor of Collinsville, but Triad threatening after the second Collinsville turnover, 1 each early in each half. 2 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near. Now 1 goes into motion, handoff goes, no handoff. It's going to be Funk keeping it, and another Colby Anderson tackle of the Triad quarterback with minimal gain.
Colby's got that play sniffed out, thank goodness, because it was beneficial for Triad in the first half, but they're 0 for 3 on that here in the second half.
Gain of a couple on the play. It's going to bring down a 3rd down and 6. So another big 3rd down here for Collinsville's defense.
Yeah, and down 3-0 with Mr. Ellis, the soccer star, kicking for Triad. They may try to kick a field goal if we can stop them.
Yeah, they got the wind at their back going this direction. Again, 2 wide receivers on the near side, 1 on the far, also a tight end tucked in there over on that left side. Buck the lone setback, and it's going to go to the tight end, and he is going to have a little success, but not enough to get a 1st down. So now Triad will have the decision to make whether they want to go for it or go for the field goal. It'll be 4th and about 2.
I think you'll see him go for it. No? Is that Ellis, number 11?
That is Jason
Randall, so they're going to go for it.
They are. They might try to bark and see if they can get Collinsville to jump. So watch yourself down there, fellas. Buck the lone setback again. Funk, he keeps it, he travels forward with it, and he might have enough for a 1st down. Depends on the spot. Collinsville pushed him back, but forward momentum as they'll mark it down at the 11. I think that's where they had to get the 1st down.
I think they're going to.
They started on the 21.
I think they got a good spot.
Yep, 1st down. So a fresh set of downs here for Triad, just outside of the 10-yard line. Ball on the 11. 6:45 left to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville leading 3-0, but that lead in jeopardy right now. Late coming on with the play there was Caden Cruz. He relays that play with 15 seconds left on the play or on the play clock. And then he lines up as a wide receiver all the way over on the far side. Funk takes the snap, keeps it. Nope, hands it off up the middle this time to Buck, and Buck gets down to about the 5. So second down, and Triad can get a first down to the 1.
Yeah, we'll see what the Kahok defense can do in their goal line formation.
2nd and 4.
Ball on the 5. First down can be had at the 1.
A little break in action here.
Yeah, I think they wanted to reset the
Oh, we've
play
got
clock.
a player down, Colby Anderson.
Well, yeah, he's kind of hanging out there in the end zone, isn't he? Cramp. So a injury timeout, if you will. We'll see how long it takes the medical crew to get that cramp out of Colby's leg, and he'll have to come off for a play anyway. So while they tend to Colby Anderson, we will go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Well, Colby Anderson is walking gingerly off the field. He's favoring that right leg.
Yeah, I saw him starting to tighten up on that last offensive drive, and he is not moving too fast. That would be a big loss for the Kahawks. Sophomore Ethan Bagwell back on the team, which would be the backup quarterback, but he's got to sit for a few games to become eligible.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, 2nd down and 4 for Triad from the Collinsville 5-yard line. Funk under center. Here's the keeper by Funk, and that would be normally a Colby Anderson play over there. And
right.
Funk does get up to about the 1.5-yard line, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 1 to go for a first down for Triad. 5:15 left to play here in the 3rd.
Yeah, Anderson's still down on the sidelines trying to work that left leg cramp out.
It is the left leg, isn't it? All right, 3rd down and 1 for Triad. Here's the snap, and it's a keeper by Funk, and he is going to get at least to the 1-yard line, and that's all they're going to give him. But that's going to bring up a fresh set of downs, so Triad will have 4 tries from right there to get this ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they don't have far to go.
Travion Swaggart is taking some snaps on the sideline. He may be your quarterback when we resume play as an offense. 1st and goal for Triad, and Funk keeps it. And no sign yet, and he gets pushed back. And they're going to call it no gain. So 2nd down and goal.
Hey, check them off the list, right?
4:20 to play here in the 3rd.
Collinsville's defensive line stood Triad's O-line straight up. No gain, so they're going to give it another shot.
Players on the sideline trying to get the fans pumped up into this game to get that defense pumped up.
Collinsville's crowd comes alive.
Second down and goal from the 1. Funk hands the ball off to Buck, and Buck's not going to get there either. No
I think he'll
signal
be
at
short
all.
again.
And yeah, it looks like they're going to set him down right where they started at the 1. So no gain once again. And it's going to bring up third down and goal for Triad.
And the plot thickens. Do they try to go up the middle again, or do they bounce it?
You'd think they would mix it up a little bit, wouldn't you?
You'd think.
Colby Anderson not getting treated anymore. He's standing over with the trainers, cheering on his team. Still a little gingerly, walking a little bit better than he did when he walked off the field.
At least he can walk.
Yeah. So third down and goal here for Triad. Funk under center. Takes the snap, hands the ball off, and through the left seam. Touchdown by Colin Qualls.
Yeah, touchdown off tackle by the sophomore Colin Qualls to give Triad the lead, 6-3 as it stands, and we'll see. It looks like they're going to try to kick an extra point.
So Qualls goes in from 1 yard deep. Collinsville trails for the first time in this game and for the first time this season. Field goal attempt coming up here for Jake Ellis. That's on the way, and the extra point is good. 7-3. Knights take the lead over your Kahawks. Collinsville will get the ball back here in just a moment, and we'll tell you about it after a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz. And classic rock, it's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as t-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville, 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com. 2 turnovers in this game for Collinsville, and that one hurt. That turned into 7 points. Triad leads by a score of 7-3. 2:55 left to play here in this third quarter. Collinsville about to get the ball back, and we'll see if they're going to get their quarterback back also. Kickoff, very short.
Short kick.
That's going to bounce, and Collinsville is going to take it, and at the 30-yard line, brought down was Isaiah Gordon. So Collinsville will start from there. And it looks like they're going to bring Colby Anderson back out.
I think if I'm Collinsville, if we field another kickoff, before the kick, we switch our deep backs and our middle guys.
Yeah, why not? So Anderson walking a little better now. Amazing.
He's mobile.
I'm telling you. All right, now the Kahawks need to pick up the offense here. Come back and retake this lead. Anderson stands in shotgun, 2 wide receivers on either side of the formation. Handoff goes to Anderson. Anderson goes off of left tackle, gets forward for a couple of yards before he's brought back to the 30, a gain of about 1 on the play.
Yeah, Richardson was on the run, stopped by number 73, Jalen Nelson, the big 300-plus pound defensive tackle.
I wonder if this is going to limit the play calls that gives Anderson the ball to run with. Because if that's the case, they're going to be keying in on Anderson every time.
Well, short gain for the Kahawks. Not exactly the way you want to start, but we'll see what second down offers.
Second down and 9. 2:10 left to play here in this third quarter. Anderson in shotgun. Oh, lost the ball, and he's got to jump on it. He does and gets the ball back. But Collinsville is going to be faced with a 3rd down and about 13 to go.
Yeah, Collinsville all of a sudden getting real sloppy on offense. Anderson couldn't handle that snap.
This harkens back to play of a few years ago.
Oh, boy.
When we were 0-9. I don't want those days any longer.
Yeah.
90 seconds left to play here in the third. Collinsville faced with a 3rd down and 15 for a 1st down. They got to get it all the way up to the 41-yard line. Wide receivers too near, too far. And now we have a stoppage in play once again.
Yeah, number 8.
And Collinsville is going to call a timeout.
Jeremiah Mosby didn't know what the play was.
That's never good.
Now, again, more sloppy play by Collinsville's offense.
Isaiah Norton is in there as the running back this time. That's the way we started this game.
Yeah, so you're probably going to see he's in there to block, pick up a linebacker, give Colby Anderson time to make a, hopefully, a pass that's on the money.
Hopefully a pass that's about 16 yards at least.
Right.
3rd down and 15, 1:18 left to play here in this third quarter. A reminder, after a joyous holiday weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off, we'll be back at you on Tuesday. We're on the road for some boys soccer action, Southwestern Conference style, at O'Fallon. Always a fun time when those two teams get together on the soccer field. So timeout over. Richardson lines up as a slot receiver over here on the near side. Anderson in shotgun, goes back to pass, looks down the middle, throws down the middle, he's got swagger, and he's got a 1st down, and he's got more. Travion, hold on to the ball, and down he goes in Triad territory.
Well, there's the pass we were looking for. That ball was right on the money. What
Sure
a great
was.
ball by Anderson. Swaggart makes a great catch, gains some yardage after the catch, and all of a sudden, Collinsville's back in business.
Yes, they are. A 33-yard pickup on the play. So Collinsville is back in business. Fresh set of downs. Ball on Triad's 42-yard line. Anderson in shotgun once again, and he is going to keep it. He's going to run it up the middle, and he's going to have some success. And he's finally taken down after he picks up about 4 on the play.
Yeah, nice game by the senior quarterback, Colby Anderson. Keeping Triad's linebacking core honest, which will keep the middle of the field open when we want to run those slant passes.
Isaiah Norton did a good job of throwing the lead block that broke Colby open. And now we're back to Jerry Richardson standing over the right-hand shoulder of Anderson. Here's a snap, and it's going to be an Anderson keeper again. This time he tries the right side and picks up a couple of more yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and about 5.
Yeah, man, I was hoping he could break that. Triad blitzed on the weak side of the field. We ran to the strong side. A little bit of conversation out on the field here. I'm not sure what's going on.
I'm not sure either.
Oh, there we go.
I'm not even paying attention to what's going on up there. That's the end of the third quarter, and Triad leads your Collinsville Kahawks by a score of 7-3. Fourth quarter action comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. In Collinsville, that person is Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor. Jason Regg will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions. Jason Regg of your Collinsville Edward Jones office plays a big part in the community and the Collinsville Unit 10 School District with his Kahok Educator of the Month award. To take care of the things along the path of you and your family's financial journey, call Jason Regg at the Collinsville Edward Jones office at 618-344-0252. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35.
3rd down and 4, and Colby Anderson takes off again, and he's not going to get a first down. He'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll be lucky not to get hurt after everybody's pushing him backwards.
Yeah, and he's slow to get up.
We'll obviously owed Roadman Automotive a commercial. I had to cut that off in mid. Sometimes these timeouts go a little faster than what I think they're going to.
They tried blitz 2 linebackers up the middle. Colby tried to run off tackle. Had he bounced it outside, he would have had a little more room to run.
4th down and 4 for Collinsville. They're going to go for it. Ball rests on the Triad 36-yard line. Swaggart and Pinnell line up over here on the near side. Here's a snap, throw, and it's caught by Pinnell. He's got a first down. He's trying to take a tackler with him, and he does, all the way down to the 21-yard line. First down, Kahawks.
Nice ball. Pinnell slow to get up. I think he turned his ankle or his knee. Made a good stiff arm after the catch, but he's going to need some medical attention.
Yeah, he comes over to the sideline. Coach Cross helps him down to the ground. He almost
he's
threw him
cramping.
down.
He's
Yeah, cramping. It's not that hot out here. I'm surprised we're seeing all these cramps. We didn't see this many last week.
No, that's right.
So, fresh set of downs here for Collinsville. Ball on the Triad 21-yard line. 10 minutes, 35 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Anderson in shotgun, takes the snap, throws a little sideline pass, and that one, is it caught? Nope, intercept, or incomplete.
Threw the ball in the dirt to Isaiah Gordon.
Gordon made that slide and still couldn't come up with the ball. It stops the clock with 10:29 to play here in the 4th.
Yeah, you know, Colby's still limping, and that's going to affect the throws, you know, because you got a plant to throw, and that ball came up short.
Except for that one for Travion Swaggart over here. That was right on the money.
It sure was.
Anderson in shotgun again. Takes the snap. Looks over here to Swaggart. Swaggart gets planted right as soon as he catches the ball on a open field hit there by Roger Wolf.
Yeah, only good for a couple yards.
That's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 8 to go here for a first down.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that play call when you've got Richardson in the backfield and Swaggart in single coverage with a cushion. Guess they were hoping he could maybe make a spin move or something, but he got stuck right when he caught that ball. Good job by Trey for hanging on to that ball.
3rd down and 8 to go. Jeremiah Mosby and Isaiah Gordon line up on the far side. Handoff goes to Richardson. He spins and he tries to get out of a tackle, but there's no way that Wolf was going to let go. Actually, I think this time it was Brett Beckman who made the tackle. And the clock continues to move with 9.5 to go, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and long here for Collinsville. 4th down and 7.
Hey, here's another chance. I mean, I'm kicking a field goal here.
Got the wind at your back.
Wind at your back. You've got the leg. Your defense is playing decent football.
But we're going for it again. Same formation. Pinnell and Swaggart lined up over here on the near side. And Anderson looks down the middle and overthrows
That's pass
everybody.
interference.
That is pass interference.
That's a huge call.
Pinnell got taken out of the play before the ball was even released.
And he did a great job of throwing his hands up and making sure the back judge saw that. Man, huge mistake by Triad's defense on that play.
Yep. Now here in high school football, a pass interference call is not an automatic first down, but it is a 10-yard penalty, and that should be a first down.
Man, what an untimely penalty. Pinnell was in triple coverage. Don't think the ball would have been caught. And Collinsville gets a fresh set of downs.
They sure do. Inside the 10-yard line, ball rest on the 9, so 1st and goal from the Kahawks. With 9:04 left to play here in this 4th quarter. Anderson is under center. He pitches it back to Richardson. He tries the left side, spins out of one, pushes the rest, and gets down to about the 3-yard line, and there is no indication that there's a fumble.
A little action after the play.
And Richardson gets down inside the 5-yard line. They're going to spot it down at the 3. It'll be 2nd and goal from there.
Number 27, Riley Hansen from Triad, got a little excited after that game. His buddies came to his rescue.
8.5 to go. Second down and goal for Collinsville. Ball on the 3-yard line. Travion Swagger comes out as a wide receiver on this side, one on the other side. Triple set backfield. Pitch is going to go to Richardson. He zigs, he zags, he's in. Touchdown, Collinsville.
I don't know. They're not calling it.
They're not calling it. They're going to
call
say
it
he's down at
short.
the 1. Down at the 1-yard line. Man, oh man. Yeah, listen to the crowd being disappointed.
Yeah, they're going to mark him short. But I'll tell you what, both referees were on the same page. Neither one of them signaled touchdown.
3rd down and 1. 3rd down and goal from the 1.
Anderson keeper.
With that bulky leg, I don't know. They're going to stay with the 3-back option right now. Anderson under center. Takes it, goes in. Touchdown, Collinsville. This time it counts.
Yes,
1-yard
sir.
run by Kobe Anderson.
Yes, sir.
Jayhawks have a lead. 9-7, pending the extra point try here by Andrew Chai.
Yes, sir. Pass interference penalty.
That was the big
on
key.
Triad was the key.
On a
for
4th
that
down.
touchdown. Wow.
4th down and 4, and they commit a pass interference penalty.
Kahok crazies waving the flag on the track.
Uh-oh.
Darren
Now what?
Pinnell, miscommunication. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't have a tee.
And we got
timeout.
10 seconds left. Got to burn a timeout because of this.
Jeez Louise.
And now Collinsville is down to 1 timeout left.
Boy, that's frustrating on an extra point.
Yes, it is. You might need those timeouts later. Let's hope not, because now we're down to 1. And in high school football, you do not get a 2-minute warning, so you don't get that extra stoppage.
Oh, I think maybe we didn't have enough guys on the field. Number 28 for Collinsville, Mondre Crum, I believe, was just not paying attention and wasn't on the field. Darren Pinnell noticed it, and he was motioning to the sidelines to get his player on the field.
Pinnell is the holder. Chai will put his leg to work. Already hit on a 24-yard field goal to break a 0-0 tie. Now Collinsville trying to go up by that field goal. Now we're ready. There's a snap. Ball's down. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good.
Nice kick. Darren Pinnell got a questionable snap. He did a great job of getting that ball down. Junior Andrew Chai is 2 for 2 on the night for extra points.
So Triad will get the ball back here with 7:36 left to play here in this 4th quarter, and we'll be back to tell you all about it in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35. Roadman Automotive is open from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and is located at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check out the Roadman Automotive Facebook page for daily specials. Call Roadman Automotive at 618-223-1878, online at roadmanautomotivecollinsville.com. Roadman Automotive. Keep your ride on the road with Roadman Automotive. Back here at Kahok Stadium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey, and Glenn Woodcock on the camera. We're glad that you're with us. Collinsville back out in front, 10-7. We're in the 4th quarter, 7:36 left to play. And Andrew Chai set to kick it off. He does, high and deep. Taken over here on this near side sideline and met at the 25-yard line. Nice tackle. Thomas Hills, he was in there as well.
Yeah, great coverage by the Kahok kickoff team.
And Isaiah Norton. And they put a stop to the run of Colin Quails. And Triad will start 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Well, they'll put it down at the 26. We'll give them an extra yard.
First and 10, Knights.
Time to D up here. Sarah Sulky says D up.
I stand corrected. Colby Anderson is a junior.
Yes, he is.
This year.
Yeah.
I apologize for the misinformation.
Funk hands the ball off. Buck tries up the middle, and he'll get to about the 29-yard line before he's wrestled backwards, so a gain of about 3 on the play.
Yeah, nice stop by Collinsville linebacking core, led by sophomore number 33, Isaiah Norton.
Gain of 4, second and 6.
They're going to give him 4 on the play instead of 3, so second down and 6.
Well, I tell you, clock game could come in here. We need to stop in the worst way.
Funk under center once again. Snap. Funk keeps it, then pitches it out at the last moment to Qualls, and Qualls gets tripped up on a nice open field tackle once again there by Isaiah Gordon.
Boy, sure was. Colin Qualls had some speed built up on the outside, and great play by Mr. Gordon. That could have turned into damage by Triad in a hurry.
Well, a little quarterback option play, and looked like it was going to work for a minute, but then Gordon had other ideas. 6:20 left to play here in this fourth quarter. 10-7 Collinsville leads by 3. Wide receiver on the near side is Roger Wolf. He has a slot receiver right next to him. Funk takes the snap, hands the ball off, and Buck gets his shirt tugged from behind.
They're going to give him the first down.
Oh, yeah, by Sam Kohler, but he stretched that shirt out and made it across that first down marker just enough to get the first down, so Triad will move the chains. 6 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter, and the Knights have a new set of downs to work with.
Yeah, clock running. Triad still has all 3 timeouts. Collinsville down to 1.
Yeah, I had to burn that one on the extra point. Triad breaks the huddle up the line of scrimmage. Same formation. And a shotgun snap.
Triad.
And it is going to be a Nick Funk keeper. And he gets double teamed back there. Oh, boy. Big open field tackles Christian Smith, helped out by a little Thomas Hills.
Boy, that's a big time play by Collinsville defense, pushing Triad back with the clock ticking. Come on, fellas.
That's going to bring up a second down and about 14 to go after a 4-yard loss on the play.
Number 60, Thomas Kohler in for the defensive line for Collinsville.
Clock continues to run. Funk back under center this time. Here's the snap. And Funk is going to go back to pass. Throws to the sideline, has Qualls wide open.
There.
Nobody was home on the defensive side of things, and Qualls is going to make it all the way down into Kahok territory, down to the Collinsville 40.
Yeah, Collinsville's outside linebacker nowhere to be found on that play. That's a huge play by Triad after the big loss.
Yeah, we talked to Colton Rhodes in the pregame show, and he said that's one thing we got to watch out for. They'll run the ball 20 times, and then on the 21st play, they'll throw it and catch you off guard.
Yeah, and Qualls has a lot of speed out on the outside.
Clock continues to run. 4:20 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Ball on Collinsville's 40-yard line. Need a big defensive stand now. Field goal can tie it. If they can get that far, we're hoping not. Here is a snap, and it's another pitch out. And this one has a little bit of success as well, as skipping and jumping through everybody was Jason Randall. And Randall is close to a first down, maybe a yard short.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Triad bouncing the ball outside on these option plays. And Collinsville's outside backers and safeties are having a hard time keeping track of them.
4:01 on the clock. As that play went out of bounds, it'll bring up a second down and 2 for Triad. Ball on Collinsville's 32-yard line.
Second and 2.
After that big stop behind the line of scrimmage that made it a second down and 14, thought we were heading in the right direction there.
Boy, I tell you, this clock game's making me nervous.
Funk under center once again. Here's the snap. Funk hands the ball off, and up the middle it goes. And another nice run by Randall, and that'll give another first down to the Triad Knights.
Yeah, Collinsville needs to come up with a turnover here. This is shaping up to be a little nerve-wracking. They're going to chew up the entire clock, and we just got to keep them out of the end zone at this point.
Damian Swaggart in there on the stop. Swaggart getting the start here in week 2 after missing week 1. And as I mentioned, a fresh set of downs here for Triad once again. 1st and 10 from the Collinsville 27. 3.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. 2 wide receivers on the far side, 1 slot and 1 tight end. And it's going to be Funk going back to pass. He rolls out to his right, looking, and nowhere to go. So he takes off running with it. Looks like he might pick up about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, he should have been stopped short and made a quick move to juke our defender. And they are going to give him about 2 yards.
2nd down and about 8 to go. Clock under 3 minutes. Ball rests on the Collinsville 25-yard line. Coach Cross down there trying to get the fans pumped up, and fans are just kind of sitting on their hands right now. All nervous Nellies.
Nervous Nellies. I think we all know what's going on.
Here is Buck, and Buck gets him in at the line of scrimmage. Big defensive stop there by Christian Smith once again. Smith with a couple of good defensive stops here on this drive. That's a gain of about a yard on the play, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7.
Come on, defense. This crowd needs to come alive. Jeez Louise. I think Collinsville crowds used to being into football games.
Out of practice.
Yeah, right? They should be going nuts right now.
Now to make some noise, 2 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. 3rd down and long for Collinsville, and the defense needs to hold one more time at least. Man goes into motion. Here's the snap. Handoff is going to go into the backfield.
Come on, baby!
And, he gets out of the grip, and then he has enough time for help to arrive. That was all started by Thomas Kohler, and then Kohler's friends helped. And, boy, that's a big, big play there. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 8 to go here for Triad. You stop them here, this game is yours.
Be a 42-yarder for Ellis. They're thinking it over, I think. Yeah, timeout.
Triad's going to call a timeout with 91 seconds left to play.
Here
we
comes
will
the crowd.
Keep it right here as the crowd starts to get into it. Collinsville up by 3. 90 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. 10-7. Triad looking at a 4th down and 8 to go. And after a big stop, started by Thomas Kohler, a 5'10", 220-pound defensive lineman.
Well, this is by far the play of the game after all this football. It comes down to a 4th and 8. And man, if I'm Triad, I almost think about kicking this football.
Try to tie it up.
Ellis has got the leg.
The wind is still whipping around.
Yeah, he's got the wind in his face. Look for them to go with a hard count here.
Oh, yeah. Try to make this a 4th and 3 instead of a 4th and 8. Now Collinsville's fans on their feet, making some noise. 4th down and 8. Funk under center. Buck is the lone setback. Wide receiver on either side of the formation. Here's a snap. Funk back to pass. He looks. He throws. It's down in the end zone and it's short. It's short, and that's going to give the ball back to the Kahawks. And Collinsville, 1 minute, 24 seconds away from winning their first 2 games in a season for the first time since 2010.
Man, huge defensive stand by Collinsville. The kids are pumped. The crowd's pumped. And now all we need to do is protect this football.
Triad can stop the clock twice. So Collinsville, really, 25-second play clock. That's 3 plays. They can stop the clock twice, but it'll stop the clock. So you're going to have to run some plays here. You can't just kneel.
Colby Anderson's dad just yells, we still got to finish. Let's go.
Anderson in shotgun. Takes the snap, hands the ball off to Richardson. Richardson gets out of 1 tackle and squirts ahead to about the 25-yard line. And That's going to be a gain of about 2 on the play, but I'm wondering if Triad got a timeout called.
They did.
They just called a timeout right now.
Right
they want to
after,
stop
yeah.
the clock.
As soon as Richardson went down, Triad was calling timeout, which is the smart play.
For a minute there, I thought the Triad called a timeout before the play even happened, and they were all kind of going crazy over there, jumping up and down, waving their hands.
I think they knew they had to get that timeout called immediately. Well, I predicted a good game tonight. A lot of players and families from both sides in our office this week, and a lot of confidence on both sides. And I said, I just feel like it's going to be a well-fought game, probably be a close game, and here we are.
Just got a text message from Collinsville Kahok baseball coach Brett Swip saying the camera looks great. You guys sound awesome. Go Kahawks.
Thank you, Coach Swip.
Appreciate that. All right, here's another handoff. This one's going to go to Richardson. He's going to break it around the left side, and we get a first down. This game's over, and
Yes,
that's a first down. This game is going to be over.
Collinsville kids know it. The fans know it. Collinsville Kahawks, 1 minute left to seal the deal against the Triad Knights.
Colby Anderson's 1-yard touchdown run is the difference in this game right now. Triad cannot stop the clock. They can with a timeout, but it's not going to do them much good. They're down to the final 45 seconds, so 1-2 kneel downs, and this game will be over. They're into victory formation. Snap, down goes the knee.
That's it.
And that should do it. And it will. Not enough time on the clock to run one more play. Collinsville improves to 2-0 for the first time since the 2010 playoff season. How about that?
Huge victory for Collinsville. Here come the players to the student section. They need to go over and shake hands first.
That they do. Got to be sportsmen's about it. And it is now time for the postgame program, brought to you by Dr. Chris McCluskey and Chiropractic Works. Take it away, sir.
Hey, thank you. Chiropractic Works here in Collinsville. Our goal is to help as many people live as high a quality life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. You can find us at www.drchrismccluskey.com. Over at 410 Regency Center in Collinsville. We'd be glad to help, see if we think we might be able to help you all out.
Very good, sir. So, your first game of the year, we get a victory. My first game of the year, we get a victory. We're doing good.
We might want to try again next time, huh?
Yeah, we got Alton coming next week at Alton, and then we'll be back here for another one with you. So thank you very much.
Hey, thanks
Appreciate
for
it.
having me.
Have a great holiday weekend, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
You too. Thank you, sir.
All right, that is Dr. Chris McCluskey. We thank him for hanging out with us. Always does a great job doing color on both football and basketball. We will take a break, and the Chiropractic Works post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville and Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, Equal housing lender.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville wins tonight 10-7. First time Collinsville has opened the season with 2 straight wins since the last time the Collinsville Kahok football team made the playoffs. That was back in 2010. And joining us now, Collinsville Kahok offensive coordinator Drew Cordes. And congratulations, Coach, 2 in a row. How you feeling?
It's one of those things. Don't really know right now. Mix of emotions throughout the whole game. We have been preaching all week, be the first team. Okay, first team since 2010. 4,008 days since the Kahawks have been 2-0. That's been in their minds all day, or all week long. And, they came out, didn't execute perfectly, but in a season that's 9 games long and hopefully longer, sometimes that's going to happen. Winners find ways to win in games that things just don't work out the right way.
All right, let's talk about your lone touchdown in this game. A little 1-yard run there by Colby Anderson. Man, God, kudos to the kid. He comes and limps off and looks like he can barely walk, comes back out there and plays some more and still has enough juice in those legs to get in the end zone.
Yeah, he's coming off. He's cramping. You can tell from up top where I was. Both calves, it looked like he was getting rubbed out. I don't know how he was. He's walking straight-legged. I don't know how he's able to get out there, but not only does he score the touchdown, but he leads the team on probably a 12-play drive or so. A lot is said about winners when things start to fall, and I don't want to say his legs fell, but he's a winner. He knows how to get through. He knows how to fight through it, and it's, when you get on the 1-yard line, sometimes it's just all about grit.
Andrew Chai accounted for the other points, a 24-yard field goal. How confident are you guys using him?
I'd say pretty confident. We could have ran another play there. We decided, we feel Chai's going to get us on the board, take it into the half, we get the lead. That's what we wanted. We want the lead at the half. We don't want to play tie. We don't play down. So getting those 3 points are really big. And 10-7, those 3 points we don't score there. Something happens on the next play. It's 7-7. We go into overtime.
Yeah, and that proves to be the difference. You had a pass interference call go your way that kept that one drive alive on 4th down. But I want to go back to a couple of series before that. And that zip play over the middle, man, to Travion Swagger right in the middle. That was awesome to watch. And I tell you what, I ain't never seen Anderson throw the ball. That was probably the prettiest pass he's thrown.
Oh, that was perfect. We preach our footwork all the time. He did it. He did 1, 2, 3. He zipped it right in there. He found the hole. There's not much more you can do on that. When it's perfect and it's perfectly designed, when you get the coverage that you want, all you got to do is make the play. And he made the play. Trey made the play. Keeps the drive going. Touchdown later.
I know you are the offensive coordinator, but how about that defense, man? They held tough tonight.
Oh, man, Coach Mack, Coach Cross, Coach Gresh, all of them, they got the defense rolling. When we got so many kids, we got depth on defense. We can throw anybody out there. We can throw the 4th, 5th, 6th guy out there, and we know that the play's going to be made. When Colby came out and he had probably 10 tackles early on, it didn't stop us at all defensively. So they do a great job. We did a great job scheming. Kudos to that defense. They won this game. Offense, we need to be a little bit better, but this defense is something special.
Are you a little bit worried when your quarterback's out there playing defense?
Yeah, we are. We whistle down like, hey, Colby's hurt. Okay, let's get Trey warmed up. Let's put a wide receiver there just because Trey's a good athlete. I'm happy he was able to come back.
Yeah,
I love Trey, but Trey's a receiver.
Yeah, I hear you. Good job, man.
Great
All right,
receiver.
well, thank you very much. Enjoy it. Go hang out with the guys, and we'll see you in Alton next week.
Quick shout-out, Coach Rhodes, 2-0. Coach Rhodes.
Coach Rhodes, 2-0. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. That is Drew Cordes, your offensive coordinator for your Collinsville Kahawks. They win tonight by a score of 10-7. We'll take another break here on the Chiropractic Works post-game show. When we come back, we'll throw some numbers at you from this game, and we'll do that next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene with Visionary Wealth Advisors at his new Collinsville office located at 106 North Clinton, or call Brad at 618-467-8420. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Extreme Details, owned and operated by former Kahawk Jay Merkel. Jay and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or an RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, and they vacuum every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 977-1224 or visit Extreme Details at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahawk Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
And welcome back into the post-game program. Collinsville wins this one tonight by a score of 10-7. Here's some stats we can throw your way. Jerry Richardson carried the ball 25 times for 128 yards. He did lose that fumble early in the game. Colby Anderson carried the ball 11 times for 11 yards, but nothing bigger than that 1-yard touchdown run that put Collinsville back on top after they fell 7-3. Isaiah Norton had 2 carries for 6 yards. Anderson threw the air, 9 for 17 for 128 yards, the same amount of yards that Jerry Richardson ran for. Trevion Swaggart picked up 4 of those catches for 50 yards. Jerry Richardson had 1 for 7. Darren Pinnell had 3 catches for 39 yards. And Jeremiah Mosby had 1 catch for 32 yards. That is going to do it for us here tonight. Collinsville victorious. Final score 10-7. Kahawks start off a season 2-0 for the first time since 2010. We'll be back next week to see if they can go 3-0 as the Kahawks travel to Alton at Alton West Elementary High School to take on the Alton Redbirds. And we're back at you Tuesday with some soccer action after a nice long holiday weekend. We'll be in O'Fallon as the O'Fallon Panthers host your boys Kahawk soccer team at about 6:30 on Tuesday night. So until then, for Glenn Woodcock on the camera, Dr. Chris McCluskey on the microphone, our pre- and post-game interviewees, Colton Rhodes, and the offensive coordinator, Drew Cordes. My name is Todd Duke, and everyone have a very safe and enjoyable Labor Day weekend. We'll see you next week.